And there we go again. It's Starladder time, this semi-series. Brought to you by Heflatv. My name is Heflatv, with me is Culture, and today TIC face Next.pls. It's a best of 3, it's a semi-final, 1 out of 2. The next one is gonna be played at 12:30. Let's hop into the draft.
Yeah, those teams actually had some really fast bans, but they're completely standard with Ember and Invoker taken out for Tail is complete, whereas Next Please taking out the Batrider and Lycan. But Tail is complete, they actually didn't want to go for the AA themselves as the first pick, so Doom is their first pick, whereas Next Please they were really happy to pick up the Ancient Apparition in return. And they go for the Centaur as well.
Yep, pretty standard picks so far coming out. I don't know, like TIC with the Doom pick. I think we saw that yesterday already on them.
I think so, yeah. I know some team first pick Doom for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was probably them. And it's not like it's a bad hero or anything, but just going for it straight away is somewhat weird maybe. But then again, I mean, like I said, it's a strong hero, but Hail is complete. Their secondary pick, the Dazzle, is available, and I don't think they'll want to leave the Dazzle for Next Please when they already have the Centaur as well.
Yep, doesn't really look like it. And I don't know, they already used their overtime.
It's well, I guess it's early morning for everybody.
Yeah,
Even the
Sunday
captains
morning,
are like, "Wow,
10 a.m.
God."
Ah, let's go back to sleep.
Well, I would think a Dazzle would be a really strong pickup. Then again, they do have the Ancient Apparition on Next Please, so the heals would be mitigated. But then again, they go for the Dazzle anyway.
Yep, the
So,
Dazzle. It's just so fixed already in the current meta. Like without him, it doesn't work anymore somehow.
yeah, it really is just so damn strong. I don't understand why people didn't use it before already, but yeah, that heal is just so overpowered. Deals a ton of damage as well if you position yourself correctly. But now, second set of bans about to come out. Both teams actually have one core as well as one support. So, I mean, the Doom can be in the mid lane, but I'm not guessing he will be. So, actually, some secondary supports being banned out as well as now mid laners for Tail is complete. Taking out the Shadow Shaman,
Yeah,
which of
it's
course you don't
pretty
want to deal with the push.
pretty interesting actually what they go for, like banning wise, taking out the Death Prophet and the Rasta. So I don't know, they don't want to see any like pushing power coming against them.
Yeah, that leads me to think that Tail is complete is most likely gonna want to go for some super late game, and if they take out the push, it gives them just that much more time to actually get those heroes farmed up. Maybe go for something like a Morphling, Spectre, or Faceless Void, or something of the sort.
Yep, definitely. I mean, that would be the logical conclusion. But then again, I mean, hmm. Yep, maybe it's gonna be like a pretty strong fighting team instead of pushing power whatsoever. But the question is now, like, next please, they also take their time now with the ban. So, do they start core banning right now?
Yeah, I think they probably should, unless they're super afraid of a certain support. Maybe something like a Rubik, although, no, they take out the Lifestealer, so making the better decision there, I think. The Lifestealer is really good against Ancient Apparition with the Rage against Ice Blast, as well as, of course, just man fighting the Centaur with the Feast.
Yep, definitely. And well, it's time, and I think now we might see the first core on next, please. I mean, Ancient Apparition Centaur is nice basis already, and there it's the Mirana. So the early Moonlight Shadow, the transition into something right-clicky, of course, if she gets the farm up. So decent pick so far, I think.
Yeah, Mirana just such a great utility hero. If she lands an arrow, you can just win a team fight purely based on that. One hero just disabled for 5 seconds for virtually nothing lost on Next Please themselves. And of course, like you said, the Moonlight Shadow is just so annoying early on. So many kills just missed because of enemy teams not having detection.
Yep, definitely. And now the question is, TIC, what is the core coming? Or is there even a second support coming right now. They don't wanna they don't wanna show even what they go for yet. I mean they got the Nay expand out, but there's still so much they can go for. You can see a Luna, we can see a Spectre, even a farming Naga would fit into, especially into the Dazzle lineup. So I don't know. That could be either way.
It definitely could. I don't actually see any like super strong supports except for maybe the Vengeful Spirit if they want to get some more minus armor going, as well as just have an actual stun as well to stop heroes. But Magic Missile could be dodged by the Mirana, so they go for a Clockwork, getting themselves an offlaner.
Yep. So and there's also the initiation come. What's absolutely surprising for me is that the Batrider so far is absolutely untouched. I mean, no, I'm sorry, it's the
Yeah, it's
first
banned.
one. Oh, I'm stupid. No, oh my god, like, no, I actually fucked up my screen there. Like, I was swapping forth and back and I totally overseen it was the first one. But yeah, they go for the second possible good initiation, the Clockwork with the hookshot. How did I miss that Batrider? Like, I didn't realize it at all.
It happens every now and then, man.
No,
It
it
happens to
shouldn't.
everybody.
It's Sunday morning, 10 a.m. and I'm already out of it.
Well, next please, they do go for the Rubik now though, so they have the potential to actually steal some pretty decent enough spells, having the Power Cogs, maybe even the Hookshot, and of course the Doom.
Yeah, the Doom. That will hurt if it's stolen.
And Rubik overall is just a nice hero. With the Telekinesis as well as the Cold Feet, they might be able to get the Cold Feet proc into the arrow. Or, of course, if they want to even go for the Centaur tri-lane, that would be so devastating. Telekinesis to start things up with, followed by the Hoof Stomp and the Double Edge, and just some chilling touch right clicks on top of that.
Oh, and there we see a Prisser back. I don't know, like I have a bittersweet taste when it comes to the Prisser back because I like the hero and I know how dangerous he is, but he's also so dependent on getting tanky pretty much early. Like all the Prisser backs we have seen so far, or the Prisser backs we casted, they sort of failed completely. None of them were really able to make the entire Quill Spray spam work. Like they were just either focused down or ignored or then killed last whatsoever. It just did not work out at all. But like I'm looking forward if they bring their Prisser back through.
Yeah, it's usually just a case that teams don't actually know where to lane the Bristleback. You don't want it as a safe lane farmer usually because he actually doesn't do that much. It's not like he has superior split pushing or just being able to burst heroes down or anything. So usually they send the Bristleback off lane and there he doesn't get anything. So it's like, it's a really good hero, but you need to get the farm. But it would be beneficial if it's not from the safe lane. So it's kind of hard to just use the Bristleback in a laning situation.
Yep, definitely. And now we look at the fifth ban. Like the Naga actually got banned out by TIC, even though I would have seen the Naga a nice pick for them to be honest.
Starladder or Templar Assassin for Tail is complete.
Yeah, like the TA as a mid hero, that would be actually a nice option. Also pretty decent against the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, and actually the Shadow Fiend wouldn't have been completely out of the question for Tail is complete themselves. It would have been a decent enough mid lane hero, but they go for the Clinks instead.
That's a fairly interesting pick, I have to say. So do we
Well,
see the Doom mid then?
I think we might see the Clinks mid, but looking at the player, it's probably gonna be the Doom.
Okay, yeah, played by KFC Zytek. Well, I have no idea what role they play.
I think
So,
KFP was in the mid lane. He played Storm Spirit at least in one game yesterday, so would assume he's going mid.
yep, definitely. Anyway, and we have to go for a fast team introduction, starting with Team Dia. We have Psyduck now on the on the Clinks we just mentioned. We have Dango on the Clockwork. Lito is playing the Prisser bag. DT on Mr. Dazzle, and Doom played by KFP.
And for next, please, on the Radiant side, Kiano playing up on the Shadow Fiend, heading towards the mid lane with what looks like an aggressive tri-lane being formed by District 12 on the Rubik, Illusionist on the Ancient Apparition, and Red Light will be playing the carry Mirana. leaving the last one, Da, on the center wall runner. What a straightforward name, man.
Duh.
It's like, it's
Duh.
yes in Russian as well. So it's there like, do we go in? Da.
Duh. Like he's up for everything. He's just duh.
And actually, this courier from the Radiant side, just that portrait of the courier, it's the cutest little fucking courier I've ever seen.
What Radiant side?
Yeah.
Oh, and then this is isn't this Beyond the Summit Elgato?
I think so. It's just so cute.
Oh wow.
But he's also like fierce sometimes. But not on the portrait though.
I have no idea how the flying version looks like though.
Well, I guess we'll see in this game.
It's well, it's a cute little
Oh,
kitten.
actually, the tire courier is like an upgrade with some armor on it as well.
Yeah,
same
that looks
cat.
like another Elgato. So we have two Elgatos. At least courier-wise, the teams are on par. But more interesting is to see that like they are already free manning here. They block the small camp for the Dire team. So the question is there D-warning coming in? The Daza would have the opportunity because he got sentries and observers.
And this observer ward actually by the Radiant side was placed at quite an obvious position that almost any sentry ward will actually take care of it as well. But looks like it's a dual lane with the Doom being just in the jungle early on, and actually it's a Clockwork mid lane against a Shadow Fiend. I'm not too sure if the Clockwork is gonna have a fun
No,
time.
I think they're gonna rotate. The Doom is coming now. This is what we saw yesterday as well, like Doom eating a creep, like for the aura whatsoever, and then he's just
Yeah, but
rotating in.
is it they just a pure support Clockwork then? Yeah, it is. Tango does play the support for them.
Yep.
But I don't know if it's if a support Clockwork is an optimal thing to do really.
Yep, and that was some nice like ward fight coming on here, but yep, the Radiant team prevailed. Their sentry stays up, and simply for that reason, yep, that's 50 gold, not actually 100 gold down the train for DT there.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate if you get your sentry or observer ward just taken out. And actually that was the last sentry as well for the Dazzle, so
Oh,
the
they already
full
go.
camp. Oh yeah, they get the stun as well, the arrow hits, but a nice shallow grave buying some time for Psyduck. He uses the skeleton walk, should be safe, but Dazzle in return does give away his life. They're gonna get the ancient aberration, maybe Tango. Cole beat it up, he's gonna get stunned under the tower, and oh yeah, actually they killed all three
Yeah.
heroes in the end. Wow.
Now the TPs come in though, like the Shallow Crave level 1 was just not enough, and yep, this is 3 for 1 trade. Very nice tower dive and definitely worth it. Not just the first blood going that way, also like 2 additional bonus kills there.
The only good thing was that Clockwork actually didn't die before Ancient Apparition did, so he was able to hit level 3, but like that's the only positive from it.
Yep, definitely. And in mid we have to look fast at the mid lane. 9 and 4 versus 9 and 1. Of course, the Doom sort of benefiting from the fact that he can use Devour, otherwise it would be even worse for him. Because right click wise there's not much coming, they're both bottle crowing. But yeah, the problem is the Shadow Fiend has full souls now, the second point's into Necromastery, that means yeah, they will definitely, he will definitely go for decent right clicks. And I think we might even see already a rotation. Yep, Clockwork is coming in.
Yeah, they want to get the kill, they get the first stun, there's the power cogs as well, but the Doom can't right click. The Scorched Earth is doing damage though. They get the power cog burn as well, and Doom grabs the kill.
Yep, very nice actually. Like, first I thought the cogs, oh my god, they're in a bad position because the Doom can't right click, but yeah. The Scorched Earth damage, plus then of course the Shadow Fiend getting that one tick of the cogs there, that was pretty much enough.
Yeah, it definitely helped them. And actually, as far as lanes go, the bottom lane, I thought the Bristleback is gonna have a really good time, but he's completely out of mana now, has just been spamming the Quill Spray to get some last hits. He's sitting only at 11 and 1 compared to 21 and 1.
Yeah.
So the Centaur's just dominating this lane so hard. Hoofstomp as well, he's just going for the extra harass. Has his Tranquil Boots, which actually should be disabled most of the time in this matchup.
Yep, definitely. Like the Tranquil Boots, not really the best choice. I mean, overall item, of course you want to go for it, but like on this lane, they will be disabled most of the time for sure.
He actually might have just picked up a random Ring of Health, I think. He still does get the armor from the Tranquil Boots, but just the Ring of Regen, I think, is the smaller one. Yeah, the Ring of Regen, I mean, would have been more useful. But hey.
Yeah, you got the stick though. Like with the stick, you stay pretty much alive on a personal line, so he can still spam out.
He'll be fine for quite a long time because the Bristle won't get the Vicious Nasal Coup for quite a while yet. Just maxing out the Quill Spray. Actually, he has a bottle now, so has a lot more mana to deal with finally.
Yep, and we see the Clockwork already saying hello again to mid, but like the Shadow Fiend is not even there. He is busy stacking the mid camp, so this is gonna be, yep, the big mid camp is gonna be stacked as well. But I don't think he's gonna kill it immediately.
Bottom lane, actually, Centaur uses the Stampede to just escape. One more Quill Spray would have actually gotten the kill as well. So Stampede just got used, and unfortunately the other lanes weren't able to make use of it. And mid lane Kiana is gonna go down once again. They didn't even use the Doom for it, and KFP chasing the Rubik now puts the Doom on him as well. He has so much movement speed.
Oh, but Scorched Earth just ran out. That's the problem.
God. Yeah, they actually won't get the kill now thanks to that. But Bristleback going down bottom lane. Centaur coming back in with the help of Illusionist on the AA.
Unfortunately, actually the rocket is flying. The rocket is flying, and no, the Rubik dodging in the base. So unfortunately,
actually, it might not have been enough anyway. It does 80 damage, but there's 25% magic resistance.
Yeah, I guess he regened quite a lot just by the normal HPS, but I don't know, you never know. Maybe it would have been enough, barely.
Yeah, he still had to waste a lot of time actually, whereas Doom in the mid lane hit level 7 now compared to, well, almost level 6 on Shadow Fiend. So the Doom having a really nice start to this game.
Yep, also the tri-lane actually worked out quite nicely. Now with the kill where the AA was part of it, he's almost level 6, so the Ice Blast is pretty fast online, and this is, yep, definitely dangerous.
Definitely, especially as the Klinks isn't really farming up too well. He's sitting on 24 compared to 29 on the Mirana. So Mirana has been having the upper hand in this tri-lane by far, of course.
Look at it, he's coming again.
Yeah, he's smoked up as well. He doesn't have the hook shot, but he should be able to get in range for the Cogs anyway. But if he does it under the tower, he's risking the wrath of the counter races as well as the tower.
Yep, and there might be also rotations, but they might go on.
The Stampede actually gets used. Yeah, they're going for the hoof stomp. Is there double edge into the face with the telekinesis. Easy pick off, and there's the Moonlight Shadows as well. Shadow Fiend did get doomed up and should be falling down, or actually really some random damage is gonna come out, and yes, they get the kill. Kung Fu Panda grabbing that one.
I mean, the Moonlight Shadow was a nice idea. The only problem is that like the second the Moonlight Shadow was cast, the Doom went for the Doom. I always hate to say that, the Doom went for Doom casted Doom.
The Doom really should be called the Doombringer himself.
Yeah, like the Doombringer casted Doom. That would sound much better. But either way, I think we have
Piranha, Poison Touch. Yeah, the right clicks going in. The leap finally comes out, but it misses slightly. The Poison Touch damage actually could be enough. The TP coming out. One more right click will do the job, and Klinks have the kill.
Wow, that Klinks like going up and down and up and down, and then using Ghost Walk. And I was actually thinking, oh my god, this Mirana is gonna get out, but not the case. 5 and 5 on the skill board there.
Yeah, that was indeed close. I actually thought the Mirana might escape for a second there.
And Tauren versus...
Yeah, man fighting. That double edge, so much damage, but Centaur has to actually back off. One Quill Spray might be enough, but they don't get in range.
That was a perfect use of stick. Like seriously, that was a perfect use of stick. I have to see that in slow-mo, because he just used it the second the rocket came out.
Yeah, really nicely done, dodging a, well, almost certain death there. If only the Clockwork had the hookshot there, it would have been an easy kill.
Yeah, he needs like one damn creep. That's all he needs, then he has the hookshot online. And that would have been pretty much the easy kill on the Centaur Warrior. But, yeah, that's the problem with the Clockwork not being on the offlane. But I mean, after all, he still got nice levels due to the rotations he did in mid.
Yeah, this support Clockwork actually has been quite successful. I didn't see it coming, but the Shadow Fiend just too easy of an hero to gank in the mid lane, I guess.
Yep, definitely. And I mean, so far it looks quite okay. Looking at the net worth, the Doom is the one who is really absolutely leading with 1,800 before the second in the net worth scale, but then follows by the Mirana and the Centaur Warrunner. Klings and Shadow Fiend sort of equal, so what they did with the tri-lane or against the tri-lane up there, they pretty much did the same to the Shadow Fiend in mid, so both of those not getting too much farm after all. Now, oh, Mirana tried to...
Yeah, they're going in. There's the skeleton wall coming out. A few more right clicks is all they need, and they actually get it as well. But there's the Doom on the Mirana. Poison touch to slow her down.
Yeah.
So a 1-for-1 so far. Oh, the blink as well by Doom coming out. Illusionist might be in trouble. He doesn't have the ultimate. He's going for the TP out, but there's a nice War Stomp coming in from the Doom. And Bristle grabs the kill.
This stomp by the Devoured Centaur is just... We see it more and more. Like, there's barely any... I don't know, any Doom's not going for any other build anymore. It's really, as soon as they see a Centaur, they just go for it and they keep it till late game pretty much. Even then in late game, some of them actually keep it over the Alpha Wolf, which I sometimes don't like, but like if you have a team that does not have too many stands, then yeah, you might as well do it. And yesterday you saw so many crazy plays coming out with the War Stomp into 3 or into 2.
Oh, Moonlight Shadow TP in. There's the arrow, flying arrow. Actually hits the Bristleback Ice Blast, hits all 3 heroes as well. Big disaster with the Stampede, Starstorm, Leto gonna go down on the Bristle. Psyduck on. Actually, he might not go down, but the Dazzle, he doesn't have a TP either, so he's gonna get chased down. At least the Clink should be able to survive at the moment. But the rotations coming in, KFB is... Invest up, but there's the Sentry, he runs into it, he gets stunned, hoof stomp, double edge, so the hook shot comes in, the Centaur should go down, but oh, the Shallow Grave
the Shallow Grave! The Shallow Grave stolen by the Rubik, just making... Oh my god. What a disaster for TIC there.
Was so bad.
Oh my god. What a disaster, like they split up and this Sentry like boarded...
Oh, actually, Clinks might die, the Ice Blast is flying. Will they actually get... No, Clinks won't get into it.
Oh.
Just look at that mini Clinks. He's so damn small because he doesn't have any HP.
Yep. Now he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
I actually didn't know that the Clinks, like, shrinks in size.
This is linked to the set, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I haven't seen this before, ever again. Like... No, haven't seen this before.
That's kind of cool.
But still, this fight was such a disaster. Now Mirana tried to go for an arrow on the Doom, but it was just a creep skill.
Yeah, and actually Mirana went for the Hand of Midas now. Hasn't actually been able to use it yet, but looking at the net worth, I remember a point in time where you pointed out that
the
Doom
Clockwork
was
being
so
spotted here.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna go down for sure. Double edge, grabbing the kill for Da.
Yep, this ward just doing work here. He was there on the high ground, thought he can scout out something, but yeah, Vision is just winning games.
But yeah, one point in time the Doom was 1.8k ahead of the Mirana. Now only 400 after that one disaster of a fight. Yep. Especially the Doom rotating in there into a Sentry Ward, just stunned up and beaten to death before he got anything out. And of course the Shallow Grave from the Rubik stolen. He still has it as well.
And that won't change that fast. Like now with the Midas running, the Mirana is probably gonna take the lead in farm at some point, I guess.
Yeah, I would have to guess so, unless TIC start getting the pickoffs. But even though Clockwork has the hookshot, he's not really too tanky. He's going for a Yearn now, so 1k HP, it's not like he's super squishy or anything, but still going into the middle of
there is a Moonlight Shadow, but I have no idea why we had a Moonlight Shadow, and it's also directly under a Sentry here. But like, I didn't understand the purpose of this Moonlight Shadow, to be honest.
Misclick?
Guess, yeah, fat fingers, that's the only thing I can see at the moment. But yeah, Bristleback farmed up a dual stack Ancients, now he's going back to the lane, so at least he's starting to find some farm. I mean, he's, oh well, 600 gold behind his enemy directly on the lane, the Centaur Warrunner, but like of all the Centaur Warrunner, he has been involved in more kills. There's just a Vanguard ready on the Bristleback, but if you compare it directly to the Centaur Warrunner, Dagger is ready, and he's going into... Oh, he got a buckler, but this is not a mech. This is...
Well, it has to be a mech. I mean, what else can it be? The
Yeah.
buckler, it's the only
Yeah.
thing that goes
But
towards
I was
them.
like, why isn't... My mind was completely set on, okay, it's a center warner, he goes for pipe. Not just because it's nice for the team and everything, also because it is damn nice for reducing the damage you get from double edge, but like, he started with the buckler, so it gotta be a mech.
Yeah, I think the mech
Very
is
interesting.
better just for the fact because pipe, it wouldn't do their team too much good. There's almost zero magic damage actually coming out from TIC. So the mech probably is gonna be better, giving the team some extra armor as well.
I don't know, no, yeah, I guess. I mean,
I mean the pipe would only be good to reduce the double edge damage for himself. Other than that, it's like really it's
well, if
I'd
you
say
actually had an early
80%
pipe-
physical.
No, I don't agree. Like, of course, there's not massive magic damage coming out, but like, if you actually have an early pipe, then everything would be absorbed. Like shadow wave plus poison. The
Oh, Shadow
rocket-
Wave is physical, man. As is Poison Touch.
Is it?
Yeah,
You
they're
sure?
both
Poison
physical.
is physical.
Yeah, it says in the tooltip at least. Oh, actually, Klink's gonna get caught. He gets Ice Blasted out to Shallow Grave. He's there, but Centaur actually getting the kill with the return almost even. And they might go for more. There's the Moonlight Shadows coming out, and Bristle can't really chase this. There is one sentry, but that's not enough. Actually, Cogs catching Mirana, but they don't even know it themselves.
Oh well. But seriously?
Yeah.
It is. Where
Yeah,
did
man,
you
I'm
read
saying
that?
they don't have any magical damage at all almost. It's like Rocket Flare.
Yeah, Rocket
Doom.
Flare Doom. The level death?
Yeah, but I mean, that's not enough a reason to go for pipe. Oh, mid lane, they're going in telekinesis onto the Doom. Hoof stomp on two heroes. Well, there's the Requiem of Souls, double edge. They just blow up the Doom. A nice power fox actually by Dango. But one hero down nevertheless.
I'm still baffled by the fact that, wow, the poison touch is actually physical. Okay, I learned something today, and it's always good to learn.
Indeed.
Why
Well,
don't you read it though? Like, I'm still trying to find out.
you hover over the spell. It's poison touch ability, unit target.
Yeah, physical.
Affects enemy
It's-
units.
There it is, yeah, right on top. Jesus Christ, it's physical.
Yeah, that's why his ultimate does minus armor. It scales with all of his other abilities.
Yep. I'm absolutely... Yeah, well, it's Sunday morning, but still, I didn't know that, and I'm still buffing. Anyway, the Klinks is on the
Oh,
hunt.
Shadow Fiend gonna get doomed up. Poison. Oh, Klink's coming in here with the right clicks. They should get an easy kill. Level def as well, just in case. And they get it by Stampede, getting used. Nice hoof stomp once again by the center. Double edge. Doom should be going down. He uses the war stomp actually. The hookshot does miss unfortunately. And he limps away barely there.
Yep, barely. And they're not following up. Maybe the ice... No. The
Well,
A
he
is
will have
absolutely
mana
owned, but
with
he got stun
magic
charges.
Yeah. He might try to go for it. Maybe he's just waiting for the mana. It's only 100.
Yep,
But no,
but
not
as we
even
speak,
going for
Mirana
it.
got the tier 1 top, and like, with those tier 1s down... Oh, actually go again on the Klinks.
Oh yeah, actually they might get the kill. Ice Blast hits as well. Nicely organized there. Just waiting for the 100% sure kill with the Ice Blast, I guess.
What do you... Oh my god, in mid, Bristleback.
Yeah, he's been big trouble, but then again, he is tanky enough with the Vanguard. Two heroes alone won't be enough for him.
Yep, he can also just go in and spam a bit, because he got a regeneration rune bottle up. But what do you say about the new cogs? Did you see them?
Yeah, man, I saw them today at a stream as well. It was CIS versus LGD, I think, or something.
Oh yeah, I was watching that too, yeah.
Yeah, they commentated on it, and they look like...
I didn't have audio on because the stream
Yeah.
was here already was running, but yeah, I read the chat and everybody was like condoms, condoms. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
they actually do.
I
look
think
like
they
them.
look a little bit like Desert or something.
What, dessert?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
It's
I know
a
what you
bit
mean,
like
some sort of cake.
yeah, flan or whatever, fudge, I don't know. Yeah, but I guess condoms are a way to describe them as well.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, I have to look fast into the graphs after like the first towers went down, and we have 14-8 on the kill board. It is 5,000 in gold for next, and 7,500 in XP for next, please. So they, I don't know, they travel nicely. upwards in the craft. Like, it's a bit bumpy, right? Sometimes.
Oh,
they
Stampede.
go.
There's the hoof stomp double edge into the arrow. Doom is gonna go down for sure.
Yep, really nice. Like the Stampede each and every time nicely used. But in mid,
Yeah, there's the Requiem of Souls. BKB by Shadow Fiend. They were not hoping to see that. Clockwork just gets blown up. Keanu can't fight anymore, probably. Oh, actually, District 12 going in deep. Telekinesis onto the bristleback, but he's tanky enough with the weave coming out. There's the hoof stomp. Oh god, Da wants to go in, gets the double edge in front of it, and Shadow Fiend with the race getting the kill.
oh, it's just not working at the moment for TIC. Next, please, it's just so much faster with everything. And while this 4-man action happens, like Mirana is capitalizing on it and just split pushing. The tier 2 might even fall here. Yeah. Well, the cliff is getting used, but if they defend this tier 2, they're gonna lose the tier 1 in mid for sure. It's either or for them.
Well, I guess having the tier 2 tower denied is better than the tier 1, but still, they're losing 2 towers as well as 3 kills.
Yeah.
Or 3 deaths for them rather, but
No,
Next,
it's really
please,
looking
just
grim at the moment.
decision making so much better.
It's just
But
TIC also just the crucial items just coming better out because the initiation in mid on the Shadow Fiend was absolutely decent. Like he's got the Shadow Fiend alone in the cogs, but bam, the BKB was already out, and then yeah, Shadow Fiend didn't care about the battery soul.
yeah, that early BKB is so good on the Shadow Fiend. But now, I mean, Orchids around 5 to 600 gold away for the Clinks. It's 21 minutes and it's definitely a late Orchid, especially for a safe lane Clinks. But I mean, if he gets it, they might be able to do something, and the same goes for the pipe currently being worked on for the Bristleback. He needs 800 more gold to finish it.
Yep, it's getting even worse.
Well, the pipe actually might help them quite a lot, just absorbing most of the damage from the Ice Blast, maybe the Requiem of Souls as well, and of course, the Centaur now next, they do have a ton of magical damage. But I'm afraid it might be just a little too late maybe. And BKB actually being worked on for the Doom as well by the looks of it.
Yep. And what's definitely too late is the Orchid not coming out by the Clinks still. Like, he almost has the recipe now, but still, we look at 21 minutes. This was the safe lane Clinks. I mean, he had such a bad game, starting with him feeding the first blood and, like, actually 3 kills. Now the recipe is coming out, but who is he gonna kill? That's the problem. Like, the Shadow Fiend, he can just use the, his BKB. Like, there will be a Manta. No, actually, it's a Lincoln Sphere on the Mirana, so he can't really even open with the Orchid on him. The Centaur is too tanky, so he has to find the Ancient Apparition, but even there he has to be, I don't know, pretty careful that there's no follow-up whatsoever. I don't know. I just don't see it happening. Like, really, he has to find either AA or Rubik. They're low enough to actually die from it.
Yeah, it's either that or just try to stop the initiation from the center. If he blinks in, if the Clinks is fast enough, he gets the Orchid. Oh, but they're gonna get the Bristleback. There's the Ice Blast flying in as well. Hoof Stomp, Telekinesis, Double Edge. Even the Shadow Wave stolen by District 12. Rubik grabbing the kill.
Yep, it's funny actually to see the Rubik is really focusing on the Brazil spells. He really likes them. Like, he tries to steal all the time. He either got the Shallow Grave or the Shadow Wave.
Yeah, they actually might get more. No, Psyduck is in Skeleton Walk with the Orchid finished up, and actually the Bristleback just bought the recipe for pipe before dying, so actually didn't lose any gold, thank god, and will have the pipe for the next fight, but they should lose the tier 2 tower in the meantime.
Yep, the problem is they have nothing else up. There's no crucial items.
Oh, Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, with the Stampede as well onto the Clinks. He's dropping so low. He's gonna eat the creep, get some health back, and Doom comes in, but he gets Telekinesis immediately. Blade Mail, he's there by Da, and Scorched Earth is trying to run away. Might be able to with the Orchid coming up on Da as well. But they're gonna kill. Oh god, they get the Clockwork Dazzle on the run as well. Nice blink by Keanu. Shallow Grave comes out. TP from the Dazzle is successful. The stun doesn't come in time, but they get KFP in return. Psyduck on the run now. Do they have Dust? Doesn't look like it.
What a horrible fight again. Like, really. Like, the Clockwork initiation went into one of his allies. And, oh my god. And Bristle is just saying hello with some nasal goo, but he has no chance whatsoever to even defend this.
Yeah, it's definitely looking bad. And there's the hoof stomp coming in. Ice blast, double edge once again. Just a repeat of the last time.
Yeah, there's no way they can, like, if the center Warner gets the initiation, there comes the cold feet plus the ice blast on top of it. If that's not enough, then you will see the lift by the Rubik, and on top of all that, they could still go for an arrow. I don't know, we look at like more than 10 seconds lockdown if they channel it properly. So I don't know, this is pretty crazy. This is just one target, of course. I mean, in team fights, they obviously split up those abilities, but like, if it's really one target, you're just locked down forever. There's nothing you can do unless you have a BKB.
Yeah, it's definitely the Bristleback playing way too manly there. He should have guessed. I mean, he felt the initiation like 1 minute before already. I mean, even with the pipe, he is quite tanky. Pipe, Vanguard. He actually got to pop the pipe just before dying. But 5 against 1 doesn't help. I mean, they should try to maybe smoke up, get a 5-man gank going, or actually they maybe should, or at least try to sneak a Roche.
Yep, it's also 25 minutes and we haven't seen a Roche. Even after all this fights whatsoever, like Next.pls, they didn't rotate in Roshan, and to be honest, they also don't need it. Because at the moment, like in none of those fights, any of them was even close to dying. If they get the initiation, 2 of TIC's players are dead just before anything else starts. Now the Rubik might overextend a bit.
Yeah, there's the hookshot coming in. Power course as well. Kiana, the goes for the right clicks, but has to blink away.
Yep.
As KFP on the Doom blinks in.
That was a bit too manly then.
Yeah, it definitely was, but actually this should be a really nice opening for them to either get the tier 1 or go into Roche. Then again, there's Blink, BKB, Requiem of Souls potential. Oh, the Weave does get popped by the Dazzle just for plus armor. The Pipe as well, just in case. The Ice Blast actually coming in. He's gonna hit all 4 Requiem of Souls as well. They just hit every single hero on the side of TIC. That Clockwork going down, but Keanu has to run away from the right clicks. But Bristleback as well as the Dazzle did fall down, and they might get KFP. He gets stomped up. There's the hoof stomp finally coming in.
Oh
and
my
4
God.
heroes down.
And on top of that, I don't know if you spotted it out, but the Doom got cast into the Lincolns. Mirana gave the Lincolns to the Shadow Fiend, and yeah.
That's horrible.
Yes. And the GG is coming out there. It's like, oh my god. I was still buffered by the last fight. The GG is called. Admin, where are you? There we go. Anyway guys, this was game number 1 of a best of 3, the semi-finals. Next.pls, absolutely dominating the game. Not by the draft, simply by just, I don't know, chaining the abilities properly with the heroes. They had a nice laning stage except for the mid lane. So I don't know, there's not much to say. TIC, they have to step up their performance when it comes to team fights and farming early laning stage. Let's see if they manage that in game number 2. Hold on there, it will be up soon.